So after last week's video, I'd like to reach out to everyone and say thank you for your love and support. It means a lot to me, more than you could possibly know. I'd also like to thank everyone who reached out to me in personal inboxes and the conversations that followed after that. Who knows if these conversations would have happened had I not been doing this, so I'm very, very grateful. So getting on to this week, week 2, how I'm feeling physically, I think I'll just touch up on. So let's start off with energy levels. I think that it's important to note that in 1 week, I wasn't really expecting too much of a difference, but day 4 rolled around, and as soon as I woke up, I noticed a difference immediately. I had no tired eyes. I was energetic upon rising. I haven't had this feeling in so long. I can't even explain to people. It was very unfamiliar to me. It was very, very, very unfamiliar to me. In the same day, I also got a very interesting lesson as well. My wife and I went out and we had some lunch at a Thai restaurant, ordered a vegetarian dish, which was very, very delicious. It had a black bean sauce, came with a salad spring roll, an orange slice, some mango salad with some chili sauce on top, and then for the salad spring roll, it had a peanut sauce. Now, the black bean sauce and the peanut sauce were likely filled with lots of salt and sugar. And after eating this meal, I noticed almost immediately afterwards that I was feeling a little bit foggy, I was feeling a little bit lazy, just groggy, generally speaking, very unmotivated for the next little bit after that meal. Not only that, I noticed for my dinner that before I even started eating, I had cravings, which wasn't happening up until this point. For the first 4 days, I was doing really well. Cravings had just dissipated. I tend to have sweet cravings all the time leading up until this first week of doing this. And I noticed as the days went on, my cravings were completely disappearing. Because I was getting all of the required nutrients in my meals, I wasn't getting any cravings, which was great. Cravings aren't a bad thing. Cravings are our body's only way of telling us that we're missing something that we didn't get in our most recent meal. They're a good thing. They're our body's only way of communicating to us that we need something. Again, going into dinner, I was hungry, I had cravings, and I kind of jumped into this meal and I ate pretty fast. My eyes were huge, much bigger than my stomach, and I kind of stuffed my face. During this process, I've been dragging out my meals. I've been using the 20-minute meal plan, which is kind of what I have ingrained into my 90-day program. And what this is an opportunity to sit down with your meal, not in front of a TV, but to sit down and like sensually eat. So to smell your food, to really take your time to taste it, maybe touch it, just be part of the meal. And what I've noticed in doing this and dragging my meals out is that it gives my body an opportunity to kind of tell me when it's had enough. I'm not eating to the point where I'm full. I'm eating to where I'm about 80%, where I'm satisfied. And this has made a huge difference because I know that my body's getting what it needs. Anyways, going into day 5, after all of this had happened and I overate at dinner and went to bed, I woke up day 5 again feeling groggy. But I got back onto day 1, 2, and 3 and how I was eating then, and by day 6, waking up again, I wasn't tired. Day 7, I wasn't tired upon rising. So this is telling me, for a matter of fact, that what I'm doing is working. It's definitely making a difference, just in terms of energy. I feel more awake, I feel more inspired and motivated to do things. And that's just in terms of what I'm eating. So it's absolutely wonderful to see that in just a week, the adjustments that my body can make, how it has adapted and made changes in order to work with what I'm giving it. It really is amazing to see like what your body's capable of when you start to listen to it. So in terms of strength, I think it's definitely a huge improvement. Day 1, after getting back from the European pizza and wine binge, I was only able to do a level 1 basic yoga class, and I was only able to do 17 minutes out of the 30 minutes. I started to struggle and my legs started to give out on standing poses, and I can't even explain how immensely frustrating this was for me. Only a year prior to this, I was doing level 2 or 2+ intermediate classes, and for an hour long. But I stayed consistent, I kept eating well, and I kept working out. 5 out of 7 days, I did the yoga. did the yoga. And between day 1 and day 7, I can't even explain how much of a difference it makes in terms of strength. I did a 30-minute level 2 yoga class, which is intermediate. I've already jumped from level 1 to level 2, 30 minutes, and after that 30-minute class, I was able to do some lifting with some weights in the basement as well. There are a few things to consider here. Muscle memory, though I don't think a week would be long enough to activate this, so we go on to the other two, which are my food intake and my physical consistency. Obviously, the nutrient density that I'm taking in makes a huge difference. The quality of food that I'm eating, the amount of food that I'm eating, and just eating properly is making a huge difference. I can already tell this. My energy levels are different. My vibrancy is different. I'm feeling really, really good. Other than the food intake, my physical consistency, getting up and getting physical right out of the gate to start my day is making a huge difference. It's kicking off my metabolism and I'm burning more calories throughout the day because of it. Because I'm not eating as much sugar as I usually would, because I love sugary snacks, my pancreas isn't having to produce as much insulin as it usually would. It's very important to note that going from pizza or savory comfort foods every day to going to nutrient-dense, high-sustaining foods is going to have a massive impact. Anyone that's ever gone on a health kick knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to keep up with this. I'm going to maintain this. If you want to live a healthy lifestyle, then you have to make changes. You have to make differences. You have to reset your standards. It's rebuilding the foundation that your everyday life is built upon. Yeah, 1 week, I'm feeling very motivated and inspired. I feel so good after 1 week. I'm so excited to see where 90 days can take me. Thanks for watching, and yeah, that's about it. Take 2. and pissing. I didn't need to add that, but whatever. Sally Swanson. Moist! Tef! I'm having a hard time. Tell me something nice.
I love you.
I love you too. What's happening? Okay.